Greetings fellow Vita fans, this is James with PS Vita at 2 AM, and once again I'm coming at you with another exciting video. My Vita brothers and sisters, my Vita family, truly we have made it to the best day of the entire month, where it is time to count down all of the upcoming PlayStation Vita games for the month of February 2019. Are you guys ready? Are you ready for this most memorable of situations? Because I know I am. Now before I begin, I just got to give my regular disclaimer to let you know that these are all of the PlayStation Vita games that are set to release so far for the month of February. But as we all know, the PlayStation Vita gets games announced sometimes on the fly during the middle of the month. But don't worry, I will keep you up to date on all of those games. So make sure to stay tuned to my channel. Yeah, I'm plugging myself. Now that we got all of that disclaimer stuff out of the way, let us start with the first game. Alrighty here, now first up we have the physical release of Riddled Corpses EX. This game plays sort of like an apocalyptic kind of twin-stick shooter. And yes, apparently that sentence actually exists in the English language. And the physical release is coming out exclusively through Red Art Games on February 4th, 2019, though you can pre-order it right now. Now again, keep in mind guys, this is only for the physical release. If maybe you haven't heard of this title yet, it is available on the PlayStation Store for you to download at your convenience. Next up we have Catherine Full Body. Ooh, I like the way I said that. I don't know why, I just like saying that title for some reason. Yes, the sort of sequel-ish, not really sequel-ish, but expansion to the first story of the Catherine storyline. I think that makes sense, doesn't it? It's coming out for our PlayStation Vita, both retail and through PSN on February 14th, 2019 in Japan. And unfortunately, as some of you have probably seen through my past news video, the PlayStation Vita will not be getting an English Western release for this game. Gosh darn it! Yeah, that's just the way it goes sometimes. But if you are planning to import the Japanese version, keep in mind that there is also a Catherine Full Body, dynamic full body booty box version. I just made up the booty part. It seemed to go good with the game. I wonder if I could pitch that to Atlus for the third series in the game. I can see the money raining down now. Oh yeah! Okay, and now we have Code Realize Wintertide Miracles. This is like, what, the third game in the series already? I'm honestly losing count here. This is an Otome visual novel that takes place during the month of Christmas, or at least that's what it looks like from the video footage I'm seeing now. Now, one of the great things about this release is that it is getting an English translation, of course, because, you know, it's Code Realize, so how could it not? But, not only is it going to be available as a download game, but it is going to be available as a full retail game too, making it probably potentially one of the last we're going to see available that you can buy from a brick and mortar store. Or most likely EB Games and GameStop, since they're really the only two left. Code Realize Wintertide Miracles will be available on February 14th in North America, both PSN and retail as I said, and February 15th in Europe, both retail and physical, as I think I just said. I don't know what I just said. Moving on. Oh, and there'll also be a limited edition version of this game too. Next up we have Kirino no Kuroda Octave, Octopus, something. Yeah, as you can tell, this too is going to be an Otome visual novel game, big surprise here. And all of these dudes seem to enjoy playing music, or at least that's the kind of impression I get, since they have like trumpets and violins and saxophones and... oh wait, no, there's no saxophones. That's way too 80s. What am I thinking? Interesting to note that this game will be available in Japan on February 14th as both a retail game, a PlayStation Vita download, and will have a Treasure Box limited edition available as well. Next up, we have a game that I am very, very jealous of. More on that in a second. We have Fate Extella Link. Freaking heck yeah, man! Yep, it finally has a release date, or at least it does so far until it probably gets the inevitable delay that we're all expecting. But keeping fingers crossed it doesn't happen. Keeping fingers crossed it doesn't happen. Fate Extella Link is the next entry into the series for the PlayStation Vita, which the first game was called, I forget, but there was another Fate Extella game, I think. I just can't remember the name, and I'm too lazy to Google it right now. But this title is finally going to be coming. Only kind of downside about this is that unfortunately it will be coming out February 22nd in Europe as a PlayStation download only. Yeah, just in Europe. While I, however, am in the States. Can you see the problem here? If you're in the States like me, then you gotta wait until next month. How much does a plane ticket to Europe cost anyway? Because I'm very, very interested right now. Next up, we have another game called Karigurashi Ren'ai. Didn't I talk about this game before? Must have been pushed back. This title is a visual novel, but hey, it's not a Tomy. It's actually just a traditional visual novel game. And there's lots of waifus, so I'm kind of interested in it. Importing it right now. This game will be available on February 21st as both a retail and download in Japan only. And it probably won't be coming to the West, unfortunately. Darn. Now I won't even be able to understand my waifus. Just like in real life. And next up we have Soi Connell Gyutto Dakishimete. Yeah, I think I only butchered that half as bad. Yeah, pretty much like the other game. It too is a Japan-only release set for February 21st, 2019, and will be available as a retail and PlayStation Network download. Oh, and much like the other game too, it will be coming with a limited edition as well. Oh yeah, and it's a visual novel game. I figured you guys had already noticed that. Next up, we have Nora Oh Jo to Noraneko Heart 2. We'll just call it Heart 2, easier to pronounce. So Heart 2 is, yeah, you guessed it, a visual novel game. How did you know? And this title will be set to release on February 28, 2019, Japan only, as both a retail and digital download, and will have 2 different limited editions available for any of you potential importers out there. You know who you are. And next up we have You Tetsu Remaster. I'm guessing it's probably remastered. Okay, I guess I'm going to sound like a broken record here, but yeah, it's a visual novel game. And it's going to be coming out in an undetermined February release date and will be available as both a retail and PlayStation Vita download in Japan only. And of course, it will have a limited edition as well for any of you importers out there. Why am I experiencing deja vu all of a sudden? Okay, and next up we have Sheeran No Kuni. And yep, as you guessed it, this too is a visual novel, but, before you click off the video, I do have to say one thing. This one is actually different, because this is getting a US release. Yes, you heard me right, meaning an English translation, which I am super duper excited for. Not only is it going to be coming as a download to the West, but it is also going to be coming through limited run games as a physical release, which I, for one, cannot wait for. Not sure why I just sounded like a pirate there, my voice just went that way. So Sheeran No Kuni will be available at an undetermined February release date on the PlayStation Network and another undetermined release date for the limited run games version. But at least it's coming! Okie dokie, and now we have War Theater. You like war? Want to make war? Make love but not war? Insert your own John Lennon phrase here. Wait a minute, this doesn't look like a visual novel. What's going on here? We're really ruining our feng shui at this point if you ask me, guys. Oh, you guys weren't asking me? Oh, okay. Going against the grain here. So if you like games about war, because I think I've already talked about this game. In fact, I think it was last month, but it must have gotten delayed again, so I think that's why I'm talking about this month again. It's a game about war. I definitely have to say I love the visual style art in this game, and I can't wait to give it a try. War Theater will be available on an undetermined release date for February 2019 in the US, the download-only version, and to be announced release date for Europe. Once again, the download-only version. Well, whew! That was a lot of games coming out, wasn't it, guys? But we finally made it. The goal is in sight. And I want to get off this chair because my keister's falling asleep. That covers all of the PlayStation Vita game releases for the month of February 2019. And since there was quite a few titles in there that were a little bit hard to pronounce, I will have a full list of the games in their order of appearance in the description down below. What titles will you be picking up? Which ones piqued your interest? Are you going only for the English releases, or will you be going for any of the Japanese releases? I'm going to be going for a little bit of both myself. Time to clear off a little bit of room in the shelf area here. But let me know what you guys think. And as always, fellow Vita fans, thank you so much for taking the time out of your day to watch this video. It really means a lot to me. Love you all, and I'll see you next time. The following video has been brought to you in part by Adam Theory, Saul Ramirez, and all of these wonderfully generous people over at Patreon. I have a number of exclusive perks available for backers, so if you're interested in supporting the channel, come on over and join us. We don't bite. Well, I won't. Yeah, of course I can't vouch for these other guys, though.